The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the April 14th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I do want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. Would love to hear from you. If you can't call in, well, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email. Send it early, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question, and in our Tigers Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Mixed bag out here. Dow up nearly 200. S&P up 4. NASDAQ 100 down 72. Russell's up 36. Semis are down 10. Trannies are up 52. There's a lot to look at. Gold's off $11 and silver is up 19 cents. Light sweet crude up $3. 30-year Treasury off 14 ticks. Trade out at 156.23, leading the charge dollar-wise. To the upside, Booking Holdings 65. Discovery Inc. up 36. GameStop 24. Alchemy Technology 14. To the downside, MicroStrategy 68 bucks, 8%. Amazon 46, 1 3/10. Shopify 28 bucks or 2 3/10. Mercado Libre 23, and Novacure down 15 bucks. So there's a few instruments that I didn't get to yesterday. Why don't we do that and get some of these out of the way here? And the first one coming in from LB Lee, and Lee wanted to. His question was, hey. Yesterday, someone had called in 2 days ago about ears. I've been watching a trade lower. Do you still think this will run to retest the highs of $6? So let's go put up ears out here, EARS, and take a look at it. So you've got price right now. There's a brand new daily profile that formed. So it formed this morning. It's actually bearish in structure. So, Lee, you've got new levels of resistance. The resistance areas inside of ears are between 423 and 472 because it's a bearish structured profile. And support is 325. Now, you have so you've got a new setup today with regard to where buyers and sellers are. So before it could get, excuse me, whereas yesterday our answer would have been absolutely. There was nothing to suggest that it couldn't do that because price was trading above the top of the daily profile. Now you've got a new playing field. You now know where resistance is at between 423, 472. I don't know whether price will get through there or not, but you now know where that battle is inside of ears out there. So over time, yeah, it's a nice high volume high out there. That's from just the week of November 30th. But in the meantime, you've got some new areas of resistance to deal with. So, Lee, thanks for waiting a day. Hope that helps you out. I wouldn't let it get below 325. That would suggest lower price. And that lower price could be 253 easily in a heartbeat. The next question came in from Sat P. And Sat wants to take a look at two symbols. AI is the first one. And the questions here are, have they bottomed? So if we take a look at AI, and I apologize for not getting to this yesterday. By the way, this formed a brand new bullish structure daily profile. The top is 65.25, and price is trading above it right now. You're at 71.20. So just simply by that fact out here, Sat, the answer is going to be yes. It looks like you've got a change in trend. Now let's actually pull over the chart for ears, at least the daily time frame chart. Not ears, AI. Shoot, that was the ears chart. I guess back to the ears chart real quickly. You can also see that price is pulled back and it's testing its oscillator and change line, that green line right now that was at 389. So, Lee, I would also suggest, even though you've got that new profile out here, a close below 389 is going to suggest getting back to the 325-ish type level out there. So that was one last piece of information to throw to you on ears. Back to AI out here. And if we take a look at AI, what we'll also notice, so not only did today generate a confirmed change in trend, yesterday was a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. You had a nice bullish reversal candle, the bull sash, that confirms that. So price is targeting 88.42. And I know you're saying you just want to be able to get a few shares, so now might be the time to step in. If I look at a 30-minute time frame chart, this says that price should pull back and hold 70.17. You're at 70.67 right now, or around that 70.16 area. You can see the number changes up and down as price is moving up and down. That's your oscillator and change line. And you've got a TD9 count top. So watch it for the next hour or so. If price closes below the oscillator and change line on a 30-minute basis, again, that's priced around the 17, 16, 14, 13 area. That's going to suggest that this could actually pull back to 66.94 to 63.69. I don't know how cute you want to be with regard to getting into a position. You definitely have a confirmed change in trend signal out here. And so that answers that question. AI looks different than AFRM. AFRM, which it should. Well, let's type in the correct symbol. And this is Affirm Holdings. Now, you can see here in Affirm Holdings consolidating with inside its daily profile. That's between 67.43 and 72.77. So no significant change in trend signal. This does have a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. That formed back here. Let's get the cursor out. A couple weeks ago, looks like, or a week ago, a couple weeks ago, on March 31st. So you've got a buy signal. And then yesterday was wave number 7. That's letter G. So there's your second buy signal pattern, but you're in this consolidation. So what do? Let's look at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart suggests that price should pull back, may pull back and test about the 70.06 area. So you've got the confirmed bottom, not the breakout or change in trend. And in both instances, we would say based upon those bottoming patterns out there, you can go ahead and fire away. Your entry point, if you're not going to go now, between 67.43 and 69.20, 69.21. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. HD writes in. HD wants to take a look at, let me get this going on this chart here, PHO. So let's go see what PHO is. PHO is Invesco Exchange Traded Water something ETF. The question is, I was looking to enter PHO at some point, maybe on a pullback to about $49. $49, that would be the bottom of its daily profile. So I'm with you there. You're also looking to start a small position in Walmart. So let's go take a look at it. So here we take a look at Invesco Exchange Traded Water Resource Fund. You can see the price is running in resistance at 51.01. So that gives you a possibility of getting to 48, but you can see you've got a bearish structured profile. So what you're going to be watching for here, HD, this must close below 50.50 in order to generate that signal that you could see a pullback to 48.99. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in a minute, and we'll finish up taking a look at PHO.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at ticker symbol PHO, and we've got another piece of information to provide to HD. HD, you can see that the center of its profile, bear structured profile, around the 50-50 area, also happens to be that green oscillator and change line. So what we said, just take a look at the prior chart before we knew where the OUL was at. If price closed below the center of that profile, 50-50, that's what could get you back to 48.99. We also see the breakout level is 48.48. So watch that 50-50 area. That will be your clue. The 30-minute time frame right now isn't providing us with any clarity. It should, based upon these tops out here, Rhodes Mintum top, 7th wave move top, should be able to pull back to 50.44. But it's still hanging fairly tough at this stage. So I hope that helps you out, HD. With regard to ticker symbol PHO, you also were interested in Walmart. WMT is the ticker symbol, so let's get that fired up here. WMT on my white background charts. Let's go take a look at Walmart. Again, both these you're looking for entry prices. In the case of Walmart, what we can see here, so you want to start it if it gets a little bit lower. So you've got a daily profile, slightly bullish in structure, and prices trading into that support area. And that's anywhere between 138.04 and 139.27. So you're in the buy range. Now, perhaps price gets down to 138.04. No idea, but you're sitting right now with regard to Walmart inside the buy range. So let's go take a look at the white background charts out here. And the white back, and you're in the monthly, you're right at the point of control. So that's where both buyers and sellers believe it's fair value. There's a TD9 count top in Walmart on a daily basis, right at TD9 breakdown resistance, 140.70. Your buy area, here you can see that the oscillator and change line went from red to green. That tells us that price and it should catch up to each other, and that's going to be right now. The OUL is at 137.58. So that 138.04 level, the bottom of that profile, that looks like your entry point. If price were to close below the oscillator and change line, that's telling you about a further retracement. But right now, the answer to your question, you wanted to get a little bit lower. Let's look at that 138.04 level. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. The next question coming in from the Tiger's Den, and this one is from Ruby Tuesday. And Ruby's question is, Steve, is the Russell 2000, is it no longer bearish after today's action? So let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. Let's first begin by looking at maybe this set of charts here. There we go. So now when we take a look at the Russell 2000, Ruby, I've got this chart up on my screen, the daily panels in the upper left-hand corner. Can you tell me real quickly, what would your call be? Is today's move higher in the Russell 2000 a change in trend? Or is it just running into resistance? Again, you're just focused completely on the daily time frame. And even though you didn't answer, I know you're typing, and the answer is absolutely correct. No, it's not a change in trend yet. It's nice price movement, but take a look at what price has done here. It's run right up into the center of its bearish structured profile. We know that's where sellers are lined up, both sellers and buyers. They believe there's fair value. You see a descending trend line, right? So that too is contained price. Now look, if price closes over that, what is that? That would be somewhere above 2267. You're at 2266 right now. So you're really in the wheelhouse to try to answer that question. That doesn't mean that it's still that you still maybe couldn't hang out in the short side, even if price closed above it. 2317 is the real key area of resistance. But right now today, price action looks good. And if we didn't take a look at charts, we didn't take a look at trend lines or TAS market profiles or other patterns out there, well, we could easily answer that question as, you should definitely not hang out in the short camp. But when you take a look at this chart here, that's not a compelling message just yet, that it's made the turn. So I hope that helps you out. Now, let me just pull over the 30-minute time frame chart, because you may get the answer to your question occurs between 2 and 4 o'clock versus at 1:22 in the afternoon. Will price, and what we're trying to answer the question is, will price be able to take out that trend line and head up to 2317? We've got on a 30-minute basis, we have a TD9 count that formed a couple hours ago. You can see how that is held. Also, about an hour ago, you got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, bearish engulfing candle, confirming the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. But what price is not done, it has not busted through any levels of support. And so that first level of support would have to be that oscillator and change line at 2259. And if price doesn't close below that, and if price takes out the high of the day today, so far, that high that you're watching for is going to be 2268.70. Is that right? No, 2273.50. 2273.50. That's the number to be watching. If price takes that out, well, then what you should anticipate is at least to move up to the top of that daily bearish structured profile, 2317. But if you're asking me the question right now, which you are specifically, the answer is no. I don't see that if you are short the Russell 2000 that you would jettison that position just yet. It's close. Keep an eye on that short-term chart. Keep an eye on today's high so far. And then know that if you do get it close above that, you're likely going to feel, at least in the overnight session, you may feel the heat with price bouncing up to the 2317 level. So I hope that helps answer your question. Thanks so much for writing in. There was another question inside the Tiger's Den about the Qs and the TD9 count pattern out here. So let me just pull this Qs chart over. Wasn't really so much a question. Well, it was a question with regard to the 30-minute time frame, which I've got up on my screen right now. So the 30-minute QQQ chart shows us what? Shows us the nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That formed yesterday at 4 o'clock going into the close. That's had follow-through as we've seen today. Bar 6 was the last one that formed at 1 o'clock. But this close, bar 7, it looks like this count is going to go away. Now, we've got 6 minutes before that gets answered, but not unless we see a close below 338.33, will this count continue? So the count on the 30-minute basis is about to evaporate, but you'll know for sure about that in 5 minutes. So there's your counts out here with regard to the TD9. Now, on a daily basis, you did get a TD9 count top. Yesterday was the bar following bar number 9. And as long as prices not take out that high, when I mean take it out, I mean a close above 341.08. As long as prices not close above it, more likely than not, the Qs are suggesting to you they want to get down to that oscillator and change line in approximately the 332 level out there. On a weekly basis, let's just stick here with the Qs charts, see what signals they've got. Right now, price is taking out a prior Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It's trying to. A close this week above 338.19 would accomplish that task. That would be bullish. On a monthly time frame chart, as we take a look at the Qs, where are we at? No topping. No topping signal. Yeah, no topping signal at all on this time frame. So that's what we've got when we take a look at the QQQ series ETF. Hope that helps you out, whoever we were having the conversation. RY was the conversation. Now, Wayne writes in, and Wayne says, thoughts on the QQQ and Roku. Have they topped, and what is the range to the downside? So, Wayne, we've really accomplished taking a look at the Qs, so that was nice how that just fed right in. And your question here, your next question is about Roku. So let's do this. We've got going to break here in about 10 seconds or so. So during that break, we'll go ahead, I'll put up the Roku chart right now. ROKU is the ticker symbol. Price is trading above the top of the daily. Traded into resistance in the weekly. That's a 389.82. And we get back from this break, we'll tear apart Roku for Wayne. We'd love to hear from you two folks as well. 877-927-6648.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that we'll even even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at Roku out here. Let's pull the charts over. And in the case of Roku, let's look at the daily time frame chart first. And what do we see out here? Let's populate this. You've got a nice TD9 count. So has this topped? You're going to really have your answer. It's got the topping pattern. So we've got that in play out here. And this would be suggesting to us that price should make its way down to the oscillator and change line around 352.89. Now, the cool thing here is if you see a close above today's high, whatever that is. Today's high right now is 397.69. You'll have to come back to that at the end of the day. If tomorrow, the next day, you see a close above that, that tells you about a nice strong momentum move to the upside. Let's look at the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame says, well, nice strong momentum move to the upside only if you clear 403.42 out here. We can see how price on the weekly formed a TD9 top. A Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price pulls back to the breakout level of 316.46. Actually gets down to the bottom of the profile that was in there at that time. And now it's trying to make that move up. Close above 403.37 is going to tell you Roku getting ready to run back to the highs out there. TD9 count on the monthly says, yeah, this could pull back to the 304.90 area. So I don't know if it'd get down to the 304.90, but it does because of the top signal and because of the topping signal on the daily time frame. That 352 area looks pretty nice. So that's what we've got when we take a look at Roku. Doesn't get much better than that. So best of luck on that trade, and thanks so much for writing in. The next question coming in from John in Annapolis, a fellow sailor. Hey, John, it was a Nordic 40 that went past my house about a half hour before it was coming on the air. Boy, it was a beautiful looking sailboat out there. But in any event, his questions are: John wants to take a look at lithium. LT, I think it's lithium, Livent lithium, LTHM out here. So let's go take a look at lithium and see what it's doing. Your questions are, can we offer opinions on either of these stocks? So sure, we can. The daily time frame shows you that price is consolidating in between 1692 and 1835. That's its daily profiles. The weekly has support at 1602, bullish structured profile. Been tested many times over the last couple of months out there. So that's your strong level of support on a closing basis, not on an intra-session basis. So that's held. So your question is, can you either opinions on either of these? So yeah, this looks to be in a buy zone. But let's take a look at the daily time frame chart here for Livent lithium. What do we have? So we do have a TD9 count, bottom. This took place on March 25th. Price runs up into resistance. You can see the TD9 breakdown level of 1907. You're pulling back into a support area. We see a higher low. So that would say, okay, yeah, there's reason to go ahead and take a long trade here. Your 30-minute time frame chart, just so we get a feel for what's going on in the short term, what is this providing us with? A TD9 count that would suggest your buy point into this is around 1722. That's the oscillator and change line. So, excuse me. Yikes. That's what we see when we take a look at the LTHM. Let's go look at the second request that you've got. And the second request is for Wells Fargo. So WFC is the ticker symbol. And, nice move today. Brand new daily profile. That's where it found the low. So if we had this chart up as the market was opening, this opened at 39.70. You would have seen a new profile that had formed with support at 39.12. Where did price get down to? 39.06. That's how important understanding these profiles are, so that at least you know where buyers exist. It doesn't tell you whether the buyers are going to be able to hold or not, but boy, it sure helps to understand this. This is a competitive advantage that many others don't have. And the TAS market profiles are unique, and they're different than other profile systems that are out here. You get the use of seeing me do this day in, day out, so you see how valuable they are. With regard to now trying to get in a Wells Fargo, that might be a little bit more complicated. Let's look at the daily time frame chart. See what type of signal, if anything, today's movement has. Not much. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. But you need a bearish reversal candle to confirm that signal. And that doesn't appear to be in the cards just yet. If we look at the 30-minute time frame, there's nothing in the cards here to suggest that that's what's going to unfold. So as far as an entry point in here, unless you're going to chase this sucker, which I don't think you are, we've got to wait for this thing to top and pull back out here. And so that's the suggestion at this stage. Or if you're going to try to buy a pullback, it would have to be today's profile. The top of that box is 40.69. You're trading at 41.86. So hope that helps you out, John. Thanks much for listening to the show, and best of luck and happy sailing. So we've got through all the questions. I believe there is something in the den here. Thoughts on IWM. So, Mike, we covered the Russell 2000. I'll do this for you here quickly. And we're going to do it like this. Same thing, just real quickly out here to answer your question. The Russell 2000 is still in a short position. Now, the reason that we suggest that is if you take a look at the upper left-hand panel chart, you're going to see a bear structured profile that price is trading into. You're going to see a descending trend line that is capped today's price. So that's the very first thing to know. What you also want to know is that the 30-minute time frame chart for the Russell 2000 has a TD9 count top. So that is suggesting that price should pull back, and it's already done that first move. We talked about this as we were on the air about 15, 20 minutes ago. Price should pull back and test that oscillator and change line. If it holds 2259.90, that's oscillator and change line, and price moves higher and takes out today's high, then what that tells you is the Russell 2000 is going to move higher and it's going to go tackle the 2317 level. But if it doesn't do that, if in fact on the 30-minute basis price pulls back below 2259, then pulls back to below 2254, the bottom of the 30-minute profile, price is headed to 2225, and we would not have a signal to suggest exiting the short position. So I hope that helps you out. Let's take a look at a 30-minute time frame chart and the daily to really get our head wrapped around what are buyers and sellers communicating to us. So I hope that that helps you out. Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. OSTK. Do we have any thoughts on OSTK? Overstock. Yeah, we can go take a look and see what the stock charts are telling us about overstock. Let's get back here to the 3 time frames. OSTK. And right now they're running right into resistance, 81.58. How do we know that's resistance? Well, because that's the top of the daily profile. Now, if price can close above that, you're going to have a small A to B equals CD to the upside. The swing point it's taking on did volume at 2.7 million. You're at 2.5. So that's pretty, if this thing can close above 81.58, it's got more room to run. That more room to run could be 99.19, the top of the weekly profile. Let's pull over Overstock. We happen to be at the 30-minute chart. Let's just see what the 30-minute is signaling to us. Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Overstock, if it can get below 80.11, should target 78.01. And below 78.01, 68.35. Are we calling 68.35? No. We're calling 80.11. And below 80.11, 78.01. More likely than not, 78.01 is in the picture out here. Daily time frame chart got resistance out here. We already covered that. So this would suggest, okay, pull back to 69.80, 72.95 out there. So in the case of Overstock, that's what it's doing. I don't recall what the question was. I don't know if I can find it that easily out here. Just thoughts on it. You're long. Okay, you're long, you're up into resistance. You can clearly see that, and you can consider what action to take, if any. We'll be right back, folks.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Next question, last question that we've got so far comes in from Eric J. And Eric says, your thoughts on the TLT moving higher. So, Eric, to answer that question for you, you and I are going to take a look at the 30-year Treasury. So we're just going to focus on this because this is what the underlying instrument is. So here's what we know, and take a look at our 4-panel charts out here. You start with the daily time frame. Now, what this doesn't show you, I'll show you here shortly, is this formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom signal. It confirmed that pattern on this day right here. This day is March the 22nd. The reason is because this formed a 3-river morning star pattern. So you got your Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. You can see that you've got another profile that formed 3 days ago, this one above the prior one. The last one was a bearish structured profile, which price closes above. This one is a bullish structured profile, but price is not closed above the top of the profile. That's at the 157.04 level. You can see you've got rising bottoms. That looks good. If we move over to the weekly time frame chart, we see a bullish structured weekly profile. Last week, price closed above the center at 156.04. You're at 156.26. Typically, when you close above the center of a bullish structured profile, price will make a run for 159.02. I don't know how long it takes, but that's the signal coming from the weekly. If you look at the monthly time frame, prices come down, and it has tested support, the bottom of its profile. Last month's candle was bar number 8 of a TD9 count. It looks like we're going to have a TD9 count bottom at a support level inside the 30-year Treasury. So all of that, those 3 charts say, yes, price should continue to move higher. The fly in the financial ointment is the monthly time frame chart. The quarterly, I take that back. The quarterly time frame chart says if the monthly has a hiccup or anything has a hiccup here, 141.16. I don't get that message just yet, or I don't see that message because of the way the daily, weekly, and monthly charts are trading. Here is that daily time frame chart. Let's pull this over. And here you'll, whoops, pull it back. Here you'll clearly see the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. There's that 3-river morning star, that bullish reversal signal that we've had out here. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. That doesn't mean it won't pull back to the 155 level out here, but it does look like it wants to continue to run higher. If your question is it going to run higher the rest of the afternoon? Well, for that, what we would do is we'd come take a look at the 30-minute panel. And on the 30-minute panel, we can see we have another TD9 count. And as long as price does not close below, I'm going to assume the low of that bar number 9, that's at 156.21. Then price should continue. Well, it should at least bounce up into the oscillator and change line here. But overall, in the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, they're all suggesting that we should see T-bonds trade higher. So I hope that helps you out. Eric, thanks so much for writing in. So we've gotten through all the questions. I don't know if anybody in the den has something that they want me to take a peek at out there. If you do, please type that into the system. In the meantime, let's just take a spin around Stevie's chart, see what we see out here. So let's begin by looking at the New York Stock Exchange. What signals do we have here? Still remains in the hands of the, CRISP. Okay, thanks. That was for somebody, CRISP, I believe is somebody sorry about that, in our YouTube channel. So let's do that. Got a request out there. Give me a second to get back to a set of charts out here. Yvonne, okay. And CRSP. No. Too much. Type. Let me get back to my 3-panel. 3-panel. CRSP. And the question was looking for an entry point. So with regard to CRISPR Therapeutics, you're consolidating in the daily profile. Bullish in structure up above the center should make a move to 133.33. Should make a move there. Let's look at my white background chart. See, did this form a bottom by any chance? Yeah, it did. This forms a Rhodes Momentum Indicator, two bottoms out here inside of CRISP. You've got a TD9 count bottom. That's on March the 5th. Forms with a nice hammer candle. Makes a move up. Runs into resistance at the TD9 breakdown level. Pulls back. Makes a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal on March the 30th. Generates that bullish engulfing candle. So, yeah, this your question is looking for you're looking for the entry point. Your entry point around 114.91. I don't know what your time period is in getting this, but this has nice bottoming signals for you. 114.90 or so, that happens to be the oscillator and change line. 116.67, the center of its bullish structured profile. That would really be your range. 30-minute time frame chart. See if there's any signals out here. None. Although, if price could close below 124.92, so far that's been held. A close below 124.92 is going to suggest a further retracement. Could even get back to the 117 level. So yeah, I'd say your entry point would be that would be nice if it could get back to 117.61, the breakout level in the 30-minute time frame. That's for ticker symbol CRSP, which definitely formed two bottoms out here as we take a look at its daily time frame chart. Okay, so that takes us through. Well, nope, we got another request, and that is Dash, DASH. So let's go take a look at Dash out here. And what is Dash doing? DoorDash. So DoorDash forms a buy the D point pattern. It does that down at the 1.272 expansion level. A couple days ago, takes out the top of its daily profile, generating a change in trend signal. Please bought a counter call spread this morning for buy. Okay. So if we take a look at, so this is suggesting that it wants to move to higher ground. The question is, where's that higher ground? What we're going to look at here is where is the TD9 breakdown? So this should be gunning for the daily time frame, DoorDash, 201.99. Again, we suggest that because you've got that nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, forms on March 25th, takes out the top of the daily profile, and that suggests you've got a change in trend. And that next target would be the 201.99 area. 30-minute chart's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Maybe it pulls back a little bit further out here. I don't have a clear read on that. But with regard to DoorDash, this thing is bottomed. So I hope that helps you out. Whoever was looking for an entry point there. Oh, that's Boston Dan. Okay. So I hope that helps you out with regard to your trade. Any other questions? So the 140 calls work. Yeah, I would say they work. They should work nicely out there. In support, really support should be 137.21 on the pullback. That's the top of that daily profile out there. Okay, if no other questions, let's go ahead and surf around a bit. Spot volatility index still trading below. So this is the real kicker here. Let's see. A second to fire it up. We talked about this on the air yesterday, and so I know somebody out there is listening. It may just be one person. And if we take a look at the spot volatility index, what you're going to see is this has a valid TD9 count bottom. Bar number 8 is and that's the trading day of April 19th. Now today, you did see that spike, that level. That's okay. As long as price closes above the low of that session, which was 1620, that TD9 count is still in play. For those that even the markets look bullish, but if price closed above 1691, we'll call it 1694. If spot VIX closes above 1694, it's signaling it wants to make a move to 2175. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 195. S&P is flat. NASDAQ 100 off 108. We're taking a look at the 2 charts here. The gold contract, daily, June contract, that's on your left-hand side, and the U.S. dollar index, the June contract as well. So what we can see out here is you can see that the U.S. dollar index is now trading below its breakout support level. That was at 91.77. You're going to form bar 7 today of a TD9 count. That suggests that the TD9s are going to identify a bottom, that should occur between tomorrow and Monday. Short of that happening, the next downside price target is 90.13. And the odd thing is, gold is just simply not responding at all. And in fact, the signal is that gold is really in a consolidation pattern then, even with the U.S. dollar index pulling back. Now, let's take a look at, where's my cursor? There we go. Let's get rid of that. How do I do this? Screenshot. Stop sharing. And then get back to this screen. So what was I going to go do? Oh, we're going to go take a look at gold, pricing all the other currencies out here. So that would be right here. So gold price in euros has taken out yesterday's low. That signals lower price. In yen, taken out yesterday's low. And in pounds, taken out yesterday's low. So it's held up pretty well in terms of U.S. dollar, but the other currencies are suggesting that gold should pull back even further. So what that's telling us is we should see gold pull back into the 1722, 1726 level. Could even be 1718, but that would be the range out here. That would be the range. And the concern is then, if gold gets below 1722, then that's not it. Is that it? Yeah. So here's that consolidation. So a 1709 really is what I should say. If it gets below 1709, we're going all the way back down to the bottom, the 1677 level out here. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. And I'll look to be back with you on Terrific Thursday, or Thirsty Thursday, as we like to say around here. Have a wonderful Wednesday, folks.